Hello, hello, hello. This is your man Nicholas Shepherd from the state. Excuse me. This is Nicholas Shepherd from the Shepherd Family Enterprise Business Administration and Information System Consultants. And what I'm today to do, or this evening, is to talk about state of awareness. And basically, I'm gonna go into some dialogue about some things that I've been experiencing and viewing and reading about throughout the week, and what I've been learning. Okay. And I don't want to turn this into some type of fashion type thing, whereas that I'm talking about any particular person, anything like that. But I'm just going to be speaking on some general things that I've actually seen. Okay, and this is the thing here. All right, and I'm just being honest, trying to be as honest as I can, be direct. Um, there's a lot of people out here, that really need to figure out what they want to do in their life. I'm like, seriously, there are people who are that are wandering around every day, and they feel as if the only thing matters themselves. Okay, it's like I was talking to some gentleman, you know, at one of my assignments. And I talk to a lot of young guys, because there's a lot of young guys out there who they want answers, right? And basically what I do straight out the back, I give them a history lesson, about things. Okay, what I mean, I try to give them, enough information about what's going on realistically, so that so that they can take that information with them, and they will be able to push that whole dialogue into an environment where it is useful in their life. Okay. Um, I've read a lot of different things. I've seen a lot of different things. Some of the things I have questions about, but not all the time. Okay. Because some of the fact that, the thing is this right here. If you are working, you're not working for you're working just to pay your bills. Okay. You're not working for yourself, where it's that you're trying to maintain a lifestyle. All right. If you have a business, okay, you're gonna be sustaining yourself for the sake of your lifestyle in that business. All right. So that means that you every day that you get up, there must be a drive for you to succeed, to make things happen. Now I try to talk to people and I try to explain to people what I'm doing, anything like that, and these are African Americans, and it's a, they, you'd be surprised how many people that just do not want to start a business. They're afraid of failure. Now, my whole thing is this, okay? Why are you afraid of failing? Seriously, you know, why are you afraid of failing? Um, if you get up in the morning and you track your failing, all right, but you keep going. If you said that you're going to do push-ups every day, you don't. You failing, but you keep on going, right? If you said that you was gonna go over a friend's house, all right, and something else came up, and you don't go to your friend's house, you're failing. So the whole thing is that once you put in your mind that you're gonna do something and you do not work towards it, you are failing. So don't let that disturb you. Okay. Um, I was talking, like I say, I was talking to these young men, and you'd be surprised how many European young men out there do not have a clue who they are. You know what I'm saying? And the only information they have about their life and their ancestors of what their grandparents said or their great grandparents. Because some of these guys are in their 20s, you know what I'm saying? So, I would be basically, their father, you know what I'm saying? So they talk about my mother, which, would have been older. Now, those individuals who were blessed to be among the older generation that was exposed to the transition of society and social groups as they start merging together, they are very blessed. To see it from the outside, okay. Um, I seen the end of it, but I didn't see the part that is being seen by these young individuals today are not the same experiences I had as a young man. And there's a reason for this. And one of the reasons is that, number one, is they were pushed into it. And a lot of these young people that was pushed into this environment, they don't have a clue, man. They don't have a clue what's going on. And, there's a lot of different things that's happening. And people want to think as if, they can fix it, right? I don't know where they get the concept that they can do stuff themselves. You got a lot of people out there trying to do stuff themselves. I never thought that way. I need help, man. I need help. I'm talking like educators. I need help. I need people. I need help. I need help to move forward. I need help to move backwards. I need help to move side to side. You can't do anything by yourself. And so the reason why I make these videos so that hopefully as the generation gets older, they better reflect back on the videos that I have and they'll say, you know what? I was looking at this video. That's very, very interesting. And I think I can implement that in my daily life and all that. And I have achieved something. Now, the thing is, if my grandkids, children, be able to take on this same effort and utilize this and incorporate something where they can start making money. Okay. Now, to make money doing this particular thing, as far as doing videos like that, you have to get a lot of subscribers and a lot of views and a lot of comments. And and it's not hard if you're if you're not structured, right? And you're just giving a lot of unstructured information and you're just rambling. But if you have to think about something, right? And I'm not talking about an educator. I'm talking like myself. I'm speaking on a lot of experiences, okay? And my experiences are based on the conversation I have with people, the environment which I live, everything like that. So when I'm talking to people, I'm really talking about real life situations. People want to hear that, you know. People don't want to hear that. Some people don't even want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear nothing. Because they think you're being negative and this and that. But then you got to look at anything outside the African American community, they look at us that way. And then you got African Americans that they don't care, but yet they don't want to hear it. See, and someone could be trying to tell them something, right? But they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to listen to it. They like, that's them. They walk away. And there are a lot of women out there that promote this attitude, and they promote this attitude to their children. You know, whereas that the man should be leading the household. Women, I hear women say, "Well, there's no good men, and there's no good men around here, no good men out here. You know, that's bullshit, man. You know, there's a lot of good men, African American men out here. You know, the problem is, okay, like, okay, just like myself, okay, I'm married, all right, and I have, you know, two kids, and I still involve myself with my child's mother. You know what I'm saying? So um, it's like this. If I'm talking to my child and the mother's not on board with it, because whatever the reason is, there's a problem. Okay. And I'm not talking about a man that just out there, you know, I'm talking a man that was raised properly, a man that was to be a man. And this woman is so intimidated by him to the fact that she starts saying, the reason why he don't listen about me because he's threatened by a strong woman. That is bullshit, man. Okay. That is bullshit. Because number one, this is the only place, these United States of America, African, and now I've seen European women and I've seen other women from other nationalities in this country. A lot of them, if they're not on board with that women's movement, they're on board in their husband taking the lead of the house. A lot of women say that they want this, but they don't want it. You know what I'm saying? And if they do get it, they get tired of the guy, you know, not to their standards, right? Not putting forth the effort. Now, my thing is this, okay? I've been in business some time, right? And I've talked to thousands of people, man, about my business, man, women, you know what I'm saying? You know, and they just don't want to work with me, you know. So that's not a problem. The problem is when an African American man or any entrepreneur trying to approach someone with an ideal, the first thing they think when you need me. See, the only time an African American person, I'm talking about, you know, when I'm experiencing. Um, so, you know, and you know, I talk to some women and I try to explain to them some things, you know, but they don't like this, you know, I see, and you know, some women don't want to hear what an African American man got to say, and European women want to hear what a European man. But see, I've noticed in my job that the European women they take heed what their men say, when African American women don't give a flying f what their man is saying. You know, not their man per se, but what men are saying. Because if you go into a corporate sector, and that's why I say that, you know, most African American women do not support African American men in their, you know, in their corporate endeavors, you know, because they do not want the African American man to put them in a situation they have to listen to him. You know, they don't want it, man. They better listen to someone else, okay? And you know, it's a shame that, and that's just a whole mentality. You know, that's a poison. That's something that had been bled into our, you know, African American women to a point where they just don't want to hear you what you're saying. They always trying to put themselves in a position where the man who do not have anything don't qualify. Okay? So if you don't qualify, then hey, you don't, you know, I don't understand it, you know, because the African American man, African American woman, some African American woman made that man that way. Okay, he just was born that way. Some African American woman made that young man that way. Somewhere down the line, that young man wasn't given opportunity to be groomed by a man. See, and I always tell women, a man does not have to have a sex relationship with you in order to mentor your child. And see, and you got a lot of women out there. They say, well, this man, this person is out of this and that, they don't trust me. They don't trust black men, but they'll send their kids to a school with European men, right? But they won't. They don't want to be bothered with the American man because they feel that African American man has nothing to offer to Africa. How in the world can an African American man not have nothing to offer to an African American child, man? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm talking like it's really it's crazy, man. They turn their back on an African American man just like that, man. And I'm not saying there's not any African American women that support the African man's effort. But a lot of African American women will only venture off into that arena only to say they tried, you see, and it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Because most African American women, when they deal with like a man like myself, okay, who is a free starter, and I put demands on you, I said, listen, you know, in order for us to get to here, you must help me get to this place right here, and this is what you have to do. They don't want to hear that shit. Okay, they don't want to hear that. And the reason why they don't want to hear that is because of that they have been trained and conditioned not to listen to an African American man at all, right? So if you're being trained not to listen to an African American man, you're teaching your child the same thing. Okay, so you're stuck in a situation where you are being left alone to raise a child that's going to remain in a child state even into adulthood. And then you go to throw that child into a woman's lap who is structured because she's out there trying to lead every damn thing in her life. And then she expecting some man of the past, okay, to be embedded in that young man. And he was come out of the blue with no men guidance, right? To be a man. Okay. And that's just not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen. And all these young men, and like I say, what's going on? Okay. Um, I had mentors, like I'm from Detroit, Detroit, Michigan. And I grew up in the heyday, what I'm saying? I seen a lot of stuff, what I'm saying? But I was blessed, man, to, like, I was in it and went on to the military and everything like that, when a lot of people didn't really have those options, okay? And they wound up, what I'm saying, going through their journey in a different location. So my thing is this, okay? Since I was given, since I was given the blessing to travel to other countries and do a lot of different things and talk to a lot of different nationalities and stuff like that outside the country. When I hear a person talking to me, and I'm looking at them talk, the first thing I'm saying to myself is, this person knows what the hell they're talking about because they're guessing, right? You cannot utilize a system that was structured for our failure, okay, as a rule and guide to dictate who we are as African Americans and what we need to do and how we need to raise our family. You can't use that. You have to go somewhere the Africans or people descendants of Africans are stable. And you must learn from that example, okay, or bring something to the table humbly, okay. You know, quit thinking that you're better than every damn body, you know, because we're gonna stay, man, in position, man, until we figure that shit out, man. Because see, everybody's moving ahead of us, man, because and I know it's a lot of integrations going on right now. This is a situation. You got people now. There are African Americans buying property. Okay, a lot of property, but they don't own the land. Okay, the land is already sold up, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the government kick you off the land out the once. That's why you pay tax on it, right? Because you don't own it, right? You understand? If you own it, you ain't got to pay shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you're taking care of yourself. So you got to figure out, well, how can I have this and not pay taxes? You know, well, you got to own not only the land on top, you got to own. It has to be so many feet below ground that you own. Most core companies, you know what I'm saying, when they don't want, they feel they can't own what's on top of the ground, they go under, right? They go underground, right? And they start like money, okay? When they feel they can't own money, they can't get the riches they want through money, they find other means to have riches, okay? So when they do this, they go out there and they say, okay, what can I do? What can I control? How can I create a market where I can be wealthy without utilizing money, right? So you have to have something to offer, right? If you got something to offer, you don't always have money. Like when they invented Bitcoin, man, they still have investors, but they have to develop a system. But when they invented Bitcoin, man, they was like really had something going on, man. They're trying to move it from currency. But see, the big dogs found out the currency wasn't circulating in their hands like that. So, Bitcoin is taking a hit right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't shut the gas off on them damn people, which is bad because we as a nation need to figure out what we need to do. We need to figure out what direction we want to go. We need to figure out should we utilize this. So, you know what I'm saying? I know, like instead of just pounding it up in there, man, and the government has control over it. Because, like I say, it's not real currency. You understand what I'm saying? It's not real currency. So if it's not real currency, the government cannot take it. You understand? So if I say I got $1,000, okay, you don't see no $1,000. You look in the bank and I say I got $1,000, and I'm buying shit. We're just my word of mouth, man, and we're changing things. Okay, you got this. Okay, I gave you this, that, and all the way, to the point where you don't have nothing. People look at you. If you try to use that concept, people think you're crazy. You just say that you got, you say, okay, I'm giving you $20 right now. $20 in thought money. Okay, so that means that as soon as you say you gave $20, I got $20, and then okay, I gave you a change. Okay, I got my change. You know what I'm saying? There's no paper money, no coins, or nothing like that. Paper money, they do that with paper money, and you become wealthy that way. You say, okay, I have this much money, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna transfer money to you. Okay, document it. This your money. You make me this much money less, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna build a house. Okay, I know that's what you're thinking, but it's the same thing. So if a woman is out there thinking that they can control somebody and don't have the resources to get their child back on track, the child will continue to, you know. Now some people say, well, they just need to go to church. You know what? That's not the problem. Okay, that's not the problem. Going to church is not the problem. The problem is they're not getting on their knees in faith and being serious about their prayer, man. If you get on your knees and pray, you know what I'm saying, and just like inshallah, and pray to Almighty God. And if He answer you, how you gonna know if He answer you if you're not mentally in the spirit? Okay, so um, you have to know what you're doing. Okay, so I was talking, I'm saying to the gentleman about the situation. And basically, it's about an understanding, okay? Because if I'm a older man, okay, and intelligence has a lot to do with it. You can be an older man without intelligence, no one's gonna listen to you. You can be an older man with intelligence, and people feel that you're not empowered, and they're not gonna listen to you, right? You have to have some type of influence over the majority of the crowd, you know what I'm saying, with your intelligence. So you have to be able to lead people into believing certain things in order for things to take shape, in their mind so they can follow you. So you got to create something, right? It'll create an atmosphere, something that you control, right? And you got to continue to work on it, okay? You got to stand by it too, man. I'm eating garlic bread and olive oil with a garlic powder and sea salt. And I'm drinking my coffee, my lion's mane. So um, I kind of like stopped. I haven't drank in a while. So I'm trying to pay myself a Ramadan, you know. But anyway, um, inshallah. But anyway, you really have to, and I'm not trying, I'm trying to be as, I don't mean to be vague and be loosely explaining things, but, you know, you know, I have to wait, all right, until I get more subscribers before I start narrowing down my subject, okay, and get it tuned to the majority of the people who's actually listening to what I'm talking about and they understand. Because they start listening to my videos and they start growing in my environment and as an audience, and then they're gonna start saying, "Hey, listen, this gentleman got married. I'm explaining something to you." I was talking to this European young man, and I asked the same question to a lot of them. I said, "Listen, where are your ancestors from?" A lot of them say this and that, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Some people say it and don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I believe me, man. You got people saying shit, man, and don't know what the hell they talking about, man. You know, and they say they're Indian and shit like that. You know, that's how I know they ain't. You know, especially Europeans say, "Well, we, Indian." I'm looking at them. I'm like, "Do you really saying you Indian, motherfucker? If you're black, man, you know." But yeah, they are. You know, I'm told like they're just Northern African. You know, and I say that a lot, man. I do. I say that a lot. I constantly telling these people, man, that they're black, man. I mean, you just a light skinned black person, an African. You know what I'm saying? That migrate up further up into the north, which is up in Rush in the mountains, so that and after hundreds of thousands of years, your skin got lighter and lighter and lighter because there was no need for you to protect your skin. Your body had no need to protect your skin from the radiation rays or the sun because the sun wasn't out there like that, man. And the climate like moist in your hairs. start, retaining the oils and stuff. Your hair became long. That's why their hair is stringing out of curly, right? Because if I was in an environment, born into an environment where, it's always like moisture in the air, all right, my hair would grow long, man. Seriously, would. It would go long. But anyway, as a European man, listen, I said, listen, man, there's a lot of Europeans out there think your family is dead, man. You got relatives over in Europe, man, and they think are dead, man. You know, come on, most of you change your names. When your ancient ancestors, I'm talking ancient ancestors, when your ancestors, I'm talking like 200, 300 years ago, when they came here so they can blend in, they changed their name. Okay, so your ancestors from Europe couldn't find you, man, because they didn't understand why you changed your last name. There's no, of course, most of the first names are mostly from the West. Our names are from the West. Okay, we have Christian names and shit like that. But then you got other places, man, over there in Europe. They names coincide with their culture that they live in or the country, right? And their life speed. You know, even though English is a main language and some of that, and people try to adapt to the English way or the American way of doing things, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be a tough guy, this and that, you know what I'm saying? But it's not worth it. We just need to figure out what we need to do. Okay. But anyway, I'm just rambling right now. But like I said, I'm gonna stop this video and I'm gonna start another one. Okay. Because I just want to have a basis or a platform to speak on. And from this, I'm gonna go off into details like that. Okay. All right. Stay tuned for part two.